Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of checking your text for punctuation. Remembering where to put all the commas, semicolons, and colons may seem like something that's not very important, but sloppy punctuation can confuse the reader and actually destroy an otherwise good text. Sloppy punctuation can also cause misunderstanding. The sentence, "The king who said he was in love with Mrs. Simpson had to abdicate," means that there's a group of kings, and one of the kings, the one who was in love with Mrs. Simpson, had to abdicate. But if we add commas to this sentence, "The king, who said he was in love with Mrs. Simpson, had to abdicate," it means that there was no group of kings. There was only one king, and that king, who also happened to be in love with Mrs. Simpson, had to abdicate. Whether we need commas in this case depends entirely on what it is that we want to say. Incorrect punctuation can make us say things that we don't really mean. The comma is the most commonly used mark of internal punctuation. There are many good sources where the rules for using commas are explained, and it's a good idea to get hold of some of these and have them close by during the editing and proofreading process. If English isn't your first language, then this is even more important because you can't use what you already know from your own language and apply it to English and think that it's going to be all right. Comma use in connection with restrictive and non-restrictive modifiers, which is the King and Mrs. Simpson example that I've just talked about, is one of the most common problems that we teachers see in student essays. Another common problem is using a comma in the place of a conjunction or in place of a full stop. Both of these create what we call a comma splice. For example, "I decided to wear my new shoes to the party, now I have blisters on my feet." A comma splice is fixed by adding a conjunction, such as "and" in this sentence. "I decided to wear my new shoes to the party, and now I have blisters on my feet." Another option is to split the sentence into two and add a full stop. "I decided to wear my new shoes to the party. Now I have blisters on my feet." A third problem is using only commas and full stops, but no other marks of punctuation at all. This makes the text look very monotonous and not very easy or pleasant to read, so you should make an effort to learn how to use at least semicolons, colons, and the apostrophe correctly. Using only these 3 marks of punctuation, in addition to commas and full stops, will improve the text enormously and make it look more elegant. Authors of academic texts are also expected to know how to use quotation marks correctly, as all direct quotations from other people's work need to be inside of these. Sometimes we don't want to quote everything that someone else has said, but want to leave out something in the middle. And in those cases, it's useful to know how we can use 3 dots inside of square brackets to indicate this.